Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another vlog. So today, I don't know what day it is. Today is Tuesday. I want to say April 16th. I'm pretty sure it's April 16th. I'm a little under the weather. However, we are starting the wellness slash Mediterranean slash holistic lifestyle kickoff this week. I'm getting back on it. And I felt like originally I was like, do I even vlog? Do I even what do I even do? Because I don't really feel well. I kind of feel under the weather. However, I also feel like this might be the best time to actually start because I am a little sick right now. So you guys can probably hear it in my voice. It's really early right now. Not really early. It's like 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. And I'm about to go and get some stuff to make a soup. I don't have like any specific recipe or anything that I'm following for a soup. I just feel like a soup. Whenever I don't feel well, like I just feel like something hearty and just something that goes down smoothly. So I always just kind of resort to soups. So I think I'm just going to just get some ingredients to make that today. So that's where I'm about to go now, and I'm just going to take you guys along with me for the rest of the week just to let you know what I am doing as far as my holistic healing kickoff. And I'm calling it a kickoff because I'm not like, I'm easing into this thing. I'm easing into it. I'm not going full throttle, full blown, because there's a lot of things that I just don't know about the lifestyle, and it's not going to be like an overnight thing. It's not going to be like a 1 week or a 2 week thing. Living a holistic life is literally a lifestyle change. Literally a lifestyle change. It's different things that you implement into your life every single day, and then they become a practice. You got to do them over and over and over again until you're like really starting to live that lifestyle. So I figured today would be a really good day to just kind of chill because I am not feeling well. So I'm just going to get the ingredients really quick to make the soup. I'm going to make the soup, and then I also think that today I'm just going to be doing as much research as I possibly can. And when I say research, that is YouTube University. So that's probably what I'll be doing all day today, just to start this whole thing off, just to kind of get myself familiarized with the different holistic things that I want to do and incorporate into my lifestyle. I'm just going to be watching some videos. I do have a book on it, so I may look up some different techniques in this book that I have, but for the most part, I think I'm just going to watch some videos just to kind of educate myself for the day. I felt like it was a perfect day to do that because I'm not going to be leaving and going out and vlogging and all of that because of my nose and because of me not feeling well. So yeah, so we're going to head to the store right now. I may also get a coffee, of course. Come back home, make my soup, and then we're just going to chill out for the rest of the day. Watch us some videos, and then yeah, the little things that I do throughout the week, I'll pick up the camera and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. But again, this is just a kickoff. Just a kickoff for the week. Living a holistic lifestyle. Again, I'm no expert on holistic living, so if you guys are interested in it, I would definitely check out some different YouTube videos and stuff. I do think that I am going to incorporate more holistic content as I learn myself, so that would be coming. But you know, just know that I'm just no expert on it. I'm no expert on it at all. I'm learning right along with you guys if you do decide to dig into this lifestyle a little bit deeper. So yeah, but I do kind of want to incorporate a little bit more wellness and holisticness into my content because it's my life, and I want to be able to vlog my true life, and I want to get into this lifestyle so it makes sense to me. So hopefully I will be able to incorporate a little bit more in the vlogs to come. So yeah, let's go to the store. So we are back home. I just got a little bit of ingredients to make this soup, and like I was telling you guys earlier, I didn't get like anything specific. I'm not following any type of recipe of any means. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. So yeah, but for the most part, like the soups that I make, they're all pretty much the same. I feel like soup is extremely easy. It's really whatever you want to use. So this time around, I'm going to use my shawarma chicken thighs that I got from Trader Joe's. I'm not going to use all of them. I'll probably only use maybe like 1 or 2 depending on how big they are for the soup, and then I'm going to use the rest of it for my salads for the week. So I think this should be interesting because they're already seasoned up. So it probably will taste really good. So I'm gonna boil, like I said, 1 or 2 of these and then get the seasonings and stuff in the in the soup. So hopefully that'll be good. I got some mixed veggies because I'm lazy and I'm not cutting up no veggies right now. I just, the way that I'm feeling, less is more, easy peasy, okay? So we got that, we're just gonna throw in there. And also too, I'm not making a lot of soup. I'm only making it to last me about a day or 2. So yeah, I don't want to have a whole bunch. And then I also got some chicken stock, as you guys saw. Then I have some cream of chicken that I picked up just to thicken the soup up a little bit. I'm just going to use 1 can of that. And then I'm going to also use some hot sauce. This, I feel like a lot of the times, especially if you're making like a chicken noodle, not necessarily a chicken noodle, but just some kind of chickeny type of soup, I love to put hot sauce in it because it just gives it a really nice flavor. So I'm going to do that. For seasonings, I'm using a little bit of the Sazon. I'm using some pepper, bay leaves, of course. I feel like this is a staple for any soup that you make. I'm using some of the Goya adobo. Oops. I'm using onion powder, garlic powder, and chicken bouillon cubes. And that really is it as far as the seasonings. Did I say pepper? Yep, I said pepper. And I may, depending on how it tastes, I like my stuff seasoned. I really do. I may add a little garlic salt in there. I'm not sure yet. But for the most part, this is all we're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The pot that I'm using is not big. It's only like a medium to small type of pot. So again, I'm not making like a whole bunch of soup this time around. Just enough for the next day or so. And then after that, we're chilling out for the rest of the day. I'm just gonna have this so I can keep it on hand. Yeah. All right, so this is where we are. I have this little bit of chicken that I'm using for the soup, and I have this over here divided out so that I can use for my salads. I'm gonna pop this in the oven, waiting on it to get to 400, which is almost there. And I'm gonna use that for the salads for the rest of the week. And then, oh, looks like we're ready. Looks like we're ready, and my soup is ready. Let me turn this down a little bit, hold on. So I'm just gonna drop this in here. I'm trying to do this with 1 hand, hold on. So I'm just gonna drop and boil my chicken in here. I'm only using a little bit, as you guys can see. And I'm just gonna let that boil until it's finished. And then I'm gonna add everything. Ooh, we're tearing up stuff. Then I'm gonna add everything else. And then I'm gonna put this in the oven. Oh, I forgot I had this in here. I don't have any space in this apartment, so I have to keep like pots and pans in my oven. Like I don't have any cabinet space, I should say. And I've gotten rid of a lot of things, but I have to keep certain things in the oven. I hate that. Take these out. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this in the oven for about 20 minutes or until they're done. Multitasking here. Get the timer going. Yeah, so I'm just going to let this boil and let all those juices and the shawarma marinade that's on there, I'm just gonna let that all sink in, let it boil, and then I'm gonna add in everything else. Take the chicken out and then add in all my seasonings and then put the chicken back in. Okay, so I think my chicken is just about done. It doesn't have to be all the way done. We just want it enough to just kind of get started, and then we're gonna put it back in and let it cook down some more. Add in the rest of everything else. My cream of chicken, I'm gonna turn down the fire just a little bit so that we can just get everything else cooking. So right now I just got my veggies and my hot sauce in there and my cream of soup. So what I'm gonna do, I'll turn the fire back up just a little bit. I'm gonna let this come to a slight boil, and then I'm gonna add the rest of my seasonings in, and then I'm gonna add the chicken back in, maybe let it simmer for just a few minutes, and after that we're done. We are done. So while that is cooking, I'm just gonna chop up my chicken in little fine pieces, and we're gonna add this back in when we're done with the rest of the soup and everything is like all marinated in. Doesn't have to be really big. Just chopping it up. Put all these little cubes back into the soup and let it finish cooking. It's not all the way done. It's probably, I mean, I don't know. You probably could eat it like this, but I think once we put it back in there, it's gonna be good. Needs another few minutes. But you wanna cook it down first, then add all your stuff and then put it back. I'm just chopping it so it's not like big, huge, chunky pieces. You can chop it however much you want though. Like so. So this has been cooking. Yep. What we wanted to look like. This has been cooking for about 5 to 7 minutes. So now I'm going to add in all of my seasonings and my chicken, and then let the rest of it just kind of simmer for a little while. Checking on our chicken thighs in the oven. They are looking good. I'm just gonna flip them and then stick them back in for about maybe 10 minutes or so. Just make sure they're good. They're so juicy. Yep. All right, so the chicken for the salad is all done. I'm just gonna chop that up, put them in some containers, and just have that for my salad. And the soup for today and tomorrow is finished as well. Y'all can smell the way that it smells in this kitchen. Ooh. So good. I'm gonna have some of this. And then I'm gonna show you guys who I've been into as far as my holistic healing research. The woman I've been watching for the last few days. You may know her. She's new to me. I've never seen her before the other day. But it's like the perfect day to be able to do this, have some soup, get my holistic healing on. So I just wanted to show you guys really quickly. I have it muted so you can't really hear her, but her name is Queen Afua, and she is this natural, holistic healer, teacher, nutritionist, author, She's like a light, man. She really, really is. And I've only been into her like over the last few days or so. Her teachings are like rooted in African ancient teachings, but then she teaches it with like modern day holistic natural healing as well. So she is who I've been watching over the last few days, and I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a whole lot from her. She's very intelligent, very smart. Just I don't know. I'm gonna watch this. I think it's a podcast. I'm not sure what this is that I'm about to watch. I think it is a podcast though. And I will check back in at the end of it. Let me see how long it is. Oh, it's 1 hour and 11 minutes. So I'll check back in at the end of it just to kind of give you guys an update, but I really am interested in what she has to say. Over the last couple of podcasts that I've watched with her, it's just been very informative, and I love the way that she teaches, and I love that the root of it all is African ancient Black women. Like, it's so empowering. She's so empowering. So I want to continue to watch it. I want to watch this episode just to see what this one is about, because I think it kind of goes over everything that she's done or has been doing. It's just a sit down conversation. So I will check back in, let you guys know how it went, and we will go from there. All I can say is wow. Wow.
Thank you.
This was an amazing episode. This lady is, all I'm saying is you guys should go watch it. I've been sitting here for the last hour and a half, however long it was, and just watching the whole thing. I've been folding clothes, got the door open, Bailey's out there, and just enjoying the breeze and just listening to this podcast. I think it was a podcast. And let me show you guys what it's called. Hold on. It's called The Power of Holistic Healing with Queen Afua and Debbie Brown Wellbeing. Hold on, let me just pause it. How about that? Let me pause it. So when I tell you guys, this was such a good, it's a podcast, I'm assuming. So it's such a good listen though. Like, you can find it on YouTube, Debbie Brown Wellbeing, The Power of Holistic Healing with Queen Afua. This lady is so knowledgeable. Like, she just uses those different techniques, the ancient African traditions. She incorporates them into her healing practices. She has a healing / wellness center, here in Atlanta, I guess. That's what she was saying from this podcast. I've never heard of it, but I am going to look it up and see what it's about. But she was just dropping some gems. And even her, which is, I'm assuming this is Debbie Brown. I'm not educated, so I'm sorry. I've never heard of this girl before, so I apologize about that. But when I tell you she was dropping some gems, it was mainly just Queen that was doing most of the talking. This is her podcast, and she was doing most of the talking. However, when she chimed in, she had some gems. She had some gems. It was, I'm folding clothes. She had some gems, and she was speaking like wow. So I definitely highly encourage you guys to go and listen to it, watch it. It's super informative, super encouraging, uplifting, like I was saying, and just, I'm excited to dive more into the healing practices that can benefit us. I just am. It's something that interests me. I just feel like you can't go wrong. Like, who doesn't want to be well? Who doesn't want to be well? Like, that's how I look at it. Like, why would you not want to practice wellness? Why do we not want to feel okay? Why do we not want to feel great inside, out, internally, physically? Like, why not? So I feel like if you're like me, start with this, because it was a great show, great listen, great podcast. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I'm feeling so much better, almost 100%, but I took some like Mucinex stuff and kind of broke up all that stuff that was in me, and I'm not 100%, but I'm like maybe about a good 95, somewhere around in there. So I'm just having my Trader Joe's egg whites, the spinach and egg white eggs with a little cheese, and then I put salsa and hot sauce on top of it. So that's what I'm having for breakfast this morning. I also opted for water instead of coffee this morning, so although I may still get a cup later on, but for now we're just drinking our water, and then I also started journaling this morning. Journaling, I mean, I journal often, y'all know that, but I don't do it every single morning, which I really want to start. I really want to make it a practice to journal every single morning, and with that I have to get up earlier. So I was getting up at 6 for a while, a few months ago, and then it just kind of slowly crept back into 7. That's kind of like where my resting place is right now. It's like around 7:15, which is not terrible, but I want to start getting back up at 6 because I just feel like I can do so much more. I can get a lot accomplished with getting up at 6, and I want to start my journaling. And one of the main things that I wanted to do was journal on my balcony, and I haven't been able to do that because it's been so cold and rainy and just crazy, and I've just been waiting on it to warm up. So it's finally starting to kind of warm up. kind of. So I'm going to start getting up in the morning so I can have my coffee and journal on the balcony. That's just what I want to do. Not a lot going on today. I'm about to go to work. What's new? I'm about to go to work. It's been, actually I didn't vlog yesterday. I vlogged the day before yesterday, so it's not the next day I live. So over the last day and a half, like yesterday, I did more research on my holistic healing journey, and you know, just looking up more stuff that I want to start incorporating into my life. And let me just say this, because I thought about it. Like when it comes to any type of lifestyle change, and this just goes for anything, not just holistic healing, but anything, I feel like a person should take what they want out of it, you know, take what works best for you. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Like I'm real choosy, real choosy. I pick and choose exactly what I want to do, exactly how things are going. Well, I don't know exactly how things are going to affect me, so I just start off slow whenever I want to change something. And I'm doing the same thing with this holistic lifestyle. There's things in the lifestyle that I'm just not going to partake in, I guess you could say, because when you're choosing to live holistically, mind, body, soul, you're changing everything physically, mentally, and spiritually. A lot of it is a lot of spiritual things. And when it comes to spirituality, that's just something that I don't really touch on when it comes to other things. I don't really want other things or other outside influences to affect my thinking and my own spiritual upbringing and thinking and teachings and all of that, and practices and whatever you want to call it. So I'm just taking, if that makes any sense, I'm just taking what I want, you know, out of it. And I think that everybody should do that. Like if you want to start practicing some type of lifestyle or a different type of lifestyle, you know, take what you will. You know, everything doesn't have to be so like down to the T. I'm following this down to the T. Like make things work for you. And I feel like that's exactly what I'm doing when it comes to this journey. As I'm looking up stuff, as I'm researching stuff, it does go a lot into like not spiritism, but like spiritual practices and stuff like that. And this is just an example. Like holistic living is just an example. And me personally, I just don't really want to touch on that just yet. So everything else I will take from it. Everything else, like when it comes to the healing the body and the mind and the soul and connecting everything together and just overall wellness, for sure. I definitely want to do that and take advantage of that for sure. But it just made me think this morning, because that's what I was journaling actually. I was like, you know, I want to embark on this new lifestyle change, but I don't want it to change certain things that I believe. And I know with a lifestyle like this, it could, you know, it definitely could. Any lifestyle, anything that you're like embarking on and you're like seeking out to do something differently. It could be a religion. It could be anything, like any like drastic change that you want to do. It's going to change everything. It's going to change your mental and maybe challenge how you grew up, or challenge certain practices, or challenge different thought processes and, you know, how you think about things. It's going to challenge that because you're learning something new. That's just what it is. You're learning something new, but you got to be strong enough to know what exactly you want to do and what exactly you want to pick and choose from. So as I'm learning, I'm like, oh, there's some things in here that I don't want to take, you know? I don't want to take from it. And I don't know. I just thought that was a good point. That's what I was journaling this morning, is just make sure to stay grounded and true to myself on the things that I know to be true and the things that I don't want to steer from when it comes to this type of lifestyle. So mental work I've been doing this morning, lots and lots of mental work as I've been up and journaling and eating my breakfast and all of that good stuff. So yeah, again, not a lot going on today. Just going to work. I don't know what later on I want to get the movement in. I don't know, the movement, it's been hard. This whole thing, like I was telling y'all before, this whole thing has been so hard to get back into. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with me, but it has been so hard. It's been hard to change up my eating habits. It's been hard to start working out and moving again. It's been hard to pick up my journal and journal every single day like how I was doing at one point. Like, it's just been hard getting back and like channeling my mind and my mental to get my body to start doing everything that I was doing before. It's been really, really challenging for some reason. It has been really challenging. So again, trying to give myself grace, trying to ease into the lifestyle, trying to break habits, old habits that just constantly like to sit there, and the things that you like to do and the things that you like to eat and the like, it's just trying to break those habits. And it has been a struggle of trying to do that, even with just getting my mental prepared for it. Sometimes I feel like, you know, you really have to get your mental. I'm so ashy, like I felt my hands just felt dry. Anyway, sometimes I feel like you have to get your mental right. I mean, you do have to get your mental right before you want to do anything. It has to start with the mind. And my mind, and trying to get there, it has been hard. It has really been hard this time around. I don't know why, but you know, one day at a time, and that's the good thing. That's the beauty about being alive. That is one thing that I can appreciate, is that every single day, every new day, and I'll always go by this, it's a new day to start over. It's a new day to start fresh. It's a new day to do something different that you did the day before. It's a new day. Every day, even if it's like, oh God, I ate this last night and I shouldn't have ate this. Like, I'm not about to beat myself up. It's a new day. We got another chance, another opportunity to start again, to start over again, to try again. That is the one thing that I will always take. And it's, you know, you don't want it to constantly be like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. It's not that, but you do want to kind of like slowly start the changes and be like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have ate this last night or yesterday. I'm going to do this differently today, or I'm going to cut off this today, or I'm going to walk this extra mile today. Like, everything, you know, you just get another opportunity and another chance at life, really. Another opportunity and another chance at life. And that's just how I'm choosing to look at this season, is to, even though I'm struggling to try to get back into a healthy lifestyle, I really am struggling. But, you know, I know that every day is a new day. Another day is another opportunity to start over. It gives me another chance to start over, talk to you guys about it. This helps me, believe it or not. This really does help me, talking to you guys, talking to this camera, even though I know it's not like live, but eventually it will be. Eventually you guys will be able to see exactly what I'm talking about and hear my thought processes and stuff like that. Like, it really does help me mentally, for sure. And it also gives me a slight level of accountability as well, as I'm telling you guys this, and that also helps my mental. So y'all are helping and y'all don't even know it. Y'all are helping and y'all don't even know it. Like, it's a form of therapy almost. It really is. It's almost a form of therapy. So we in this. I've been reading you guys' comments. Thank you so much. The supporters that I have here is, you know, it's kind of hard to wrap my head around sometimes. It really is, because I'm really appreciative of all the comments and everything that you guys tell me. And I find it every day when I read them and when I put out a video and you guys are commenting and you're saying your kind words and everything, I feel like, dang, me? like me, like it's just almost it's really like a weird feeling because I don't know you guys and you guys don't know me. It's only this interaction and social media and stuff like that. And when I read the comments and the nice things that you guys say, it just makes me feel like I'm doing something right, and it makes me feel like I have people out there that can relate to what I'm talking about or what I'm going through or what I'm sharing with you in that moment. And that's all I really wanted, like just folks to be able to relate, because it's anything, I'm like, I know I can't be the only one, I know I'm not the only one. Like, I love saying stuff like that because I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one, and if I can heal myself and heal the world, I'm going to do that. If I can help myself while helping somebody else, I'm going to do that. And yeah, I'm just really appreciative of you guys because you guys show a lot of love and support, and it makes me feel like I'm not doing this for nothing. That's how it feels. Like I'm just not getting on here and I'm putting this camera up in my face and talking for absolutely nothing. Y'all don't make me feel like that at all. Y'all make me feel, if anything, you guys make me feel like keep going. that's really what it is. If anything else, y'all make me feel like, nope, let me turn on this camera and let me talk and let me express myself and let me be myself. Y'all let me be myself. Y'all, you know, and it's just positive. Like it's crazy. It's just positive. Y'all let me be myself. It's in a world without judgment, in a world without, you know, like scrutinizing everything. And like, it's just, it's love here. And I can feel that. It's nothing but love here. And it's a weird feeling and it's hard to explain. And just know that I am appreciative of it all. Good morning, everybody. Today we are at a park. This is like a little hidden gem that I found a couple of weeks ago, which is crazy because this little area that I'm in, I used to live over here too. And I used to walk like up on the main street, like where the cars and stuff are. And I never actually came back down in here. I would see cars parked over here, but I never knew it was an actual park that led to like a river and stuff. I never knew that. So I found this a couple of weeks ago and I'm like, oh my gosh, is this about to be like my new thinking spot? Because it was beautiful. It's the, I want to say it's the Chattahoochee River, which I knew the river was back here, but I never really knew how to actually get to it. I never knew how to access the river when I was living over here. And during that time when I was living over here, I wasn't really thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about meditating and journaling and reading and being one with nature. I wasn't thinking about that when I was living over here during that time. This was several years ago, but now I am, and I'm just happy that I found it. So I'm going to take you guys along with me, show you guys what it looks like. It's so many people out here. It's a lot of people out here, but show you guys what it looks like because it's really, really pretty. That you can go down and kind of sit down, and that leads to the river. I'm not going too far down because if I break my neck, that's gonna be it. But if you guys can see, It's like little stepping stones that you can kind of sit on if you wanted to. If you're adventurous, I'm not that adventurous. I'm gonna try to find a flatter area to be able to sit in, because this ain't it. But I think as I go down, as I walk down a little further, like when I was here a couple of weeks ago, it was this little part where you could sit at. So I'm gonna try to find it. It's so pretty out here. Look at this. Come on, how pretty is that? How pretty. Like, you can't deny nature. You can't deny what's natural, the beauty in what's natural. There's no way. No way. Thank you guys so much for spending the week with me, or the last few days with me, with vlogging and getting back into my holistic lifestyle. It was just a chill week, a lot of thinking, a lot of meditation, preparation on what I'm going to be eating and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye!